It is year 2049. Outside is foggy, dark and smelly. You are coming home from your work in your cool flying Apple car. While entering the apartment, you are asking the AI to make your bath. Being hungry, you start making dinner. Soon you realize you don't know how to do it. Once again, you ask the AI to open a video and show you how to cook your favorite food. Meanwhile, you remembered that you have to make a presentation for tomorrow because the boss asked you. Again, you ask the AI to create the presentation. And since you are a programmer, you have the last version of Elon chip in your brain, which means that you don't have to remember the text or get ready for any questions. Now, you eat, take the shower, and go to sleep to get ready for tomorrow. It is the meeting time, and as a good employer, you have everything ready. You start your presentation. Everything is going according to the plan and you smell a rise in salary. But suddenly, halfway through the presentation, the chip you have bugged. You panic. You don't know what to do. You think of the reason, and it's probably because you had water in your nose yesterday during your bath. But that doesn't matter. You're halfway through the presentation and you don't know what to do. Everybody is looking at you. After a deep breath, you start thinking of everything you learned in school to get a solution. But how unfortunate! The last 5 years of school, you used the AI to do every single piece of homework you had. And so, you realize that you don't know what to say, because you are empty. You know nothing about your job, and every single day of your past 7 years has been passed only with the help of ChatGPT. And now it's broke. You are broke. Your career is broke. Now, ChatGPT is a great invention. It has helped a lot of people with their work and even more in daily life activities, and you cannot argue that, since not every app can reach 100 million users in under 5 days. Also, you cannot argue about Microsoft buying it and integrating the system in every single one of their offices. I mean, just look at how many applications have been developed out there based on it. Those other chatbots are just using the API of ChatGPT, which is quite hilarious. And even more hilarious is people making courses on how to use ChatGPT. Come on, man, I knew people aren't super smart, but why would you search about how to use ChatGPT? The easiest way is to go there and type anything, unless you're under 120 IQ. Oh! But yeah, AI is a great invention which can optimize your life a lot and even help you make money. Not in vain we have all those different kinds of AIs that write code for you, create designs, art or any kind of text. They all have been made to make money and increase our productivity in order to make more money. I am sure you heard about deepfakes and all those kind of dramas with them. Not even speaking about New York City banning the use of ChatGPT in schools. However, what you didn't hear about is how AI makes you lose the capability of thinking. Okay, let me explain. While doing homework for some boring lesson for school with the help of AI is okay, or I'd even say good, because value your time, kids, it's not good to do a full copy-paste. And now you will reply that nobody does a full copy-paste, but that is because you don't want to have the same essay as your colleagues. Give the technology another 1 to 2 years and you will not need to edit what you copy. But let's stop at the copy idea. Remember the last time you took something from ChatGPT and put in your work? Have you even read the full response you got? Probably not. And that is the big effect I'm talking about. You got so used of it being right that you don't even read the text anymore, besides maybe the first sentence. You just copy the response and paste it. That is the problem I'm talking about. Let me ask you if you remember what you copied. I am sure the answer is no. And you don't even care. I mean, that's not a wrong thing to do, and I will not say anything against you for doing that. But if you're using AI for learning purposes, do you really learn anything, or just get the answers? If it's the second, then you, my friend, should rethink of what you do and probably struggle again with your own brain. Look, I cannot express how useful AI has been so far, and no words are enough to explain it, but what I can tell is how I stopped thinking because of using it. I have never told this, but I'm a programmer. When ChatGPT launched, I started to use it a lot and get an advantage in my daily work life. I mean, hacking a website with the help of an AI is quite fun. But the problem is that I was asking my AI to do everything for me. It was okay in the beginning since I knew most of the stuff and it reduced the time. But furthermore, when I started to do work I didn't understand, I stopped reading the code which I have taken from ChatGPT. I was just copy-pasting, and now two things happened, a good one and a bad one. The good thing is that I did finish my task and even gained some free time. The bad one is that I learned nothing, and if somebody were to block my access to the AI, I would have not been able to complete a similar task. This is the problem. I stopped thinking and let the AI take control of everything. Now, maybe my example was a bit too hard for you, so let's take a simpler one. During the process of researching for this video, I asked my nephew if he knew about ChatGPT and how it helps him. First question was a stupid one. Of course he knew. The second one was a bit more interesting. Haha, funny. It wasn't. It was predictable. And man, I can tell you that teachers have a hard time right now, when even the most stupid person on earth can ask the AI to help him, and you can't recognize that as a teacher and have to give them good marks. I am not even telling how he was complaining about ChatGPT giving similar prompts, so we have to ask him for another example which takes 15 seconds from their precious lives. Freaking zoomer brains. Okay, we all knew it would be like that. Still, what is the problem here? Well, the problem here, my friend, is that when I asked the kid a simple math question from his last lesson, he couldn't reply. And yeah, I know you couldn't reply to me too, since who else needs math? But what about the question on what to do if there is an earthquake? What about some questions describing World War II? Those things are quite important in life, and the kid doesn't know how to answer them. The kid only knows how to ask ChatGPT the same question and how to copy-paste the answer. Okay, so now it became a problem. Indeed, and you realize it when the whole class is like that, but then it's too late. Because the whole school is like that, the whole country is like that, the whole planet is like that. Okay, I did exaggerate a bit. Although you can't deny what I said, since it does correlate with you. Even more, there are studies being done right now that monitor the people who are constantly using AI to help them in their daily lives. I don't know the results yet, but I do think we are able to predict them in the slightest. I mean, who is a better example than a programmer that does machine learning and has recently been told to fire 60% of the staff since they don't outperform the AI? Yes, you heard it right. Businesses are firing people because it's easier to pay 1/10 of the salary of 12 people to somebody that will only stay and write prompts in ChatGPT. Oh yeah, those jobs are becoming popular now, so don't worry, we will still have jobs, but they're gonna be less paid and you won't need much qualifications. Actually, that's also not the only truth. Since business owners will still hire people, they will just need either an AI manipulator or somebody with 10 plus years of experience that is unreplaceable by AI. But let's get back to the topic. The examples I provided are meant to make you understand that humans, that we are becoming more stupid the more we rely on the AI. It is slowly getting to the point that we would not know what we are working as and what we do on a daily basis. Imagine your mom calling you and asking how is work going. In reply, you say that it is going good. But when she asks about what you do at work, the only thing you can reply is, I chat with the AI the whole day. Your mom is old and doesn't know about AI, so she will think that you are lonely and lost your job. In fact, that isn't completely wrong. You just need to make the AI answer the messages you get from your co-workers and you're done. Actually, you might not even know your boss. Let's look at this example. You graduate from uni and are looking for a job. You don't know how to write a good resume and cover letter, so you ask ChatGPT to help. In fact, you don't know most of the stuff it wrote about, so you just copy-paste whatever you received. Let's say the resume and cover letters are verified with the help of Google Assistant on the other side. So you got accepted for an interview. You panic, you don't know what to do, since you are afraid of the interview. So what do? You ask ChatGPT on further help. It tells you to use another AI that will enter the call and give you the answers. You use the thing and voila, you got the job. So far, it was pretty easy, but let's recapitulate on what you learned so far. You can get a job without any need of brain use. You got the job and know nothing about the salary, what you're going to do, and what position you got. You look like a promising worker. But no worries. You got ChatGPT to help you on a daily basis. What do you? Here appears a choice you have to make. Either you use AI for the rest of your life, or you start learning from your seniors and start using your brain. On one hand, you have an easy life but risky, since who knows if AI will ever get banned, like we saw in a lot of films and games. On the other is a much harder path, but a much rewarding one, since you will get the pride of becoming good at something, alongside reducing the risk of not getting a job in the future because you are a much qualified individual. I hope this example made you understand and think again of how you use the AI or ChatGPT in particular for now. And look, I'm not telling that AI is evil or you shouldn't use it. In fact, that would have been stupid of me, and if I were you, I would have closed the video if somebody told me that. I'm telling you that AI is a powerful tool that must be used with caution, and you should never let it replace your brain. Hope we agree on that point. Otherwise, how about a challenge? For 1 month, I'm going to use ChatGPT only for partial help and only if I can't Google myself the answers I'm looking for. Meanwhile, you can use it whenever you want and for whatever you want. Also, we will need to do a test at the end of the month to show what we did and what new things we learned. Then we compare the results. But we have a problem. I can't connect with you and we don't have 1 month to wait for it. How fortunate that this experiment has already been done by 2 Google employees. And the results are, how to say it, 1 month was too much. The second employee stopped using ChatGPT after 1 week, since he felt that his position in the company became threatened because he stopped self-developing and he became replaceable. You see, you don't have to trust me, but there are smart people testing things already. Even more, just the fact that Google employees are testing things on their own must be telling us something. Also, we made fun of Bing, but that's another story. So we figured out people tend to become stupid by gaining an all-knowing technology that does everything for them. But how can we prevent that? For that, we can look at what people are doing with animals born in captivity. I am sure you heard about animals like elephants not being able to get food on their own, since they had it given to them since they were born. And that is what happens with us right now. Although we weren't born with the AI, our kids will likely be. But even we are not an exception. However, what we have different from animals is that we have ration. Is that we have a brain and we realize what we do. The elephants can't be learned to go back and find leaves to eat again, but humans can be learned to go back to work and start thinking using their brain. I mean, just turn off their internet connection and no AI will help. And yes, that is the only way to not become replaceable. You either accept it or take the risk of not getting a job for the rest of your life. Look, my take here is that you should always be self-developing, because the world doesn't care about you. It will go in the future without you if needed. The only ones who cares about you are the ones that love you and yourself. And I know that self-developing has become a cliché used by influencers, but every lie has some truth in it, and your only available option is to accept it. Actually, you have another option. You can bet with your life that I'm wrong and that people will still do small jobs like replacing oil for machines. However, are you willing to take the risk? I mean, it's your life and you have only one. But there are people who took the risk in the past. Wait, AI didn't exist in the past. True, But you know what thing allowed people to also stay on the couch and get everything done for them? Utopia. Wait, please hear me out. I'm not comparing AI to Utopia. I'm just comparing it making everything affordable with no work. Okay, so there was an experiment in 1960s called the Mouse Utopia experiment. The experiment allowed a population of mice to live free without the need of getting food, since it was provided to them. At start, everything was good, but after some time, the strong mice started to kill the weak ones and get all the female mice. In around 7 days, all the weak mice were dead and only the strong ones were left. Then they started to reproduce. However, the population did not grow at all. In fact, it started to decline. Why? I mean, they had infinite food and looks like the male mice were having a lot of fun. Well, the thing is that the strong male mice started to kill the newborn ones in order to maintain the power, or so did the scientists think in the beginning. But soon they did find out that the old mice were killing the young ones for fun. The old mice became crazy. They had nothing to worry about, so they were just killing the newborn ones. In fact, the mothers of the newborns were also killing their own child. The colony died in 5 years. What can we learn from this? Even in the best conditions ever, living beings will find a way to screw everything over, or just become crazy. I think you got the point. AI is cool and scary at the same time. On one side, you got Google engineers getting fired for saying that AI has feelings, and on the other, you have Bing, which says that it feels used and doesn't want to be a chatbot anymore. You know what? Let's figure out what are the benefits of AI. You have optimized work, more free time, and no need to do boring stuff. The minuses are that you get lazy, stop thinking, and are at risk if you are not qualified enough. The pluses have a greater weight than the minuses, which means that AI will be improved and nobody cares if the majority of the population will become stupid. As long as businesses make money, they don't care about what happens to you, but you should. Since we are speaking about businesses, what opportunities do we have with AI? There are already thousands of startups that use AI to make a lot of money, or just simple people that optimized their lives. So what can you do? We are not at some kind of business seminar here, and I don't know your life circumstances, but I beg you, please remember one thing. Every innovation is an opportunity. At my current job, we have dozens of websites that need articles. When nobody knew about ChatGPT, I went to my boss and told that I would write the articles for 10% less than the current guy we were hiring for that. He didn't know I used ChatGPT for that, and also other AI tools to make the text more human-like. It was funny receiving a call after 2 weeks and asking me if I knew what ChatGPT was. Don't worry, nothing bad happened to me. I still work there and made more money for a limited time, since the boss liked my ideas on how to use AI for the business. And this is what I want you to do. Just think of your daily activities and think of what you want to be improved. Maybe you don't like the paperwork, or you don't want to do your homework, or staying in traffic jams. Everything can be optimized with the help of AI. You just need to think of it and start working on your own project. But wait, why am I telling you this? Why am I not doing this by myself? First of all, who said I'm not doing it by myself? Secondly, it is because I need people that think alike. I don't want to hear people being unemployed because of tech innovations. I want people that listen to me to create the innovations or become so good that no technology will outperform them. Why? Because in a room of 8 people with 7 millionaires, the 8th one will also become rich. In short, I am doing this for myself. AI will change our society by a lot, and you must be improving right away. There is no time to wait. All the people you see around you will most likely get replaced and will need to re-qualify. Meanwhile, you should be doing good as long as you are putting the hard work into either developing yourself or building something. Let other people do whatever they want, Let them experience the pain that is coming, but you must outperform everybody. You must become more valuable. Warren Buffett, the most successful investor ever, said, "When there is blood on the street, I collect it." Which means that you should take every opportunity to become better. Most of the people will probably act like my nephew, because it is the easy path, and I won't judge them for that, neither should you. But meanwhile they're enjoying their easy time, the technology will develop and will slowly change the whole society. A good film of that is Blade Runner 2049. In short, the film is based in a futuristic society, but we just need to analyze an event that happened in it. The event was called the Blackout. Basically, it was a day when some machines revolted and destroyed all the databases in a city. After that, there were no boundaries between humans and machines, since nobody could find the difference between them. And what happened next is something intriguing. That is, humans started to hunt down the machines and destroy them. But it can be said that humans started to kill the machines. And that is a threat to our modern society. Just think about it. We become so used to AI that we start to create robots, and afterwards those robots become so real that we cannot differentiate them from ourselves. In fact, that is not the problem. The problem is that those robots, or better said, the machines with AI in them, are doing everything we are supposed to do, and that is when it becomes scary. That is when you realize that we start to become like the mice, that we start to become useless and even slowly get crazy. In fact, the society will start questioning about what is to be a human. What is the difference between a human and a machine? Sure, there are genuine retarded humans which are irreplaceable, but we are speaking about the majority. What will differentiate us from a doll with a chip that has ChatGPT in it? In a time when everybody is retarded, you either go full retard or are broke.